Hello viewers, I am Kausalya. Today we are going to solve examples 10 and 11 in chapter 13. Example 10, the problem is a copper rod of diameter 1 cm and length 8 cm is drawn into a wire of length 18 meter of uniform thickness. Find the thickness of the wire. So here we are having a copper rod and a wire. Right. So let this be your copper rod whose diameter is 1 centimeter and whose length is 8 centimeter. Now this is drawn into a wire, right, whose length is 18, this is not centimeter, 18 meter, right, 18 meter. And what about the thickness here? Here the thickness of the wire is nothing but the diameter of the wire, right. So here we need to find the diameter of this wire. Right. So now list down the parameters. So here the diameter of the rod is 1 centimeter. So what about the radius? It is 1 by 2 centimeter. Next, here it is given as length. So length is nothing but height here. So h1 is equal to 8 centimeter. Let r1 be the radius of rod and h1 be the height of the rod. Similarly, let R2 be the radius of this wire and H2 be the height or length of this wire. So here it is given in 18 meter, but here all the parameters are in centimeters. So now we are going to convert this into centimeter. So here 18 meter is nothing but it is 1800 centimeter, right? So we need to find the thickness. So here you see this rod is converted into wire. Therefore, volume of the rod will be equal to the volume of the wire. And again you see both are cylinders, right? So, you have to equate the volume of the rod to the volume of the wire. So what is the formula for a volume of the cylinder? It is pi r square h, right? Since for rod we have taken r1 and h1 as the parameters. So here r1 h1 and here it is r2 and h2. And pi is common, so they cancel each other. Now just substitute the values. So what about the value of r1? It is 1 by 2. And h1 is 8. Similarly, we don't know r2. So let this be r2 here. And here what is h2? h2 is 1800 centimeters. Right. So just substitute the values. So here you see 1 by 2 whole square becomes 1 by 4 into 8. Right. And here it is r2 square into 1800. So now I am going to move this 1800 over here. So here it is in numerator. So here it occupies the denominator part. Right. So you see 4 and 8 they cancel by 2 times. And again this 2 and this 1800 they cancel by 900. Right. So 1 by 900 is equal to R2 square. So when you take square root, what happens? 900 becomes 30. Right. So the value of R2 is 1 by 30 centimeter. So what we need to calculate? You see, we need to calculate the thickness of the wire, right? So here the thickness is, it is nothing but the diameter of the wire. But what we have actually calculated? We have calculated the radius, right? So how to find the diameter? You have to multiply it by 2. So thickness of the wire is nothing but 2 times of R2. Right. So R2 value is 1 by 30. So when you substitute, you see here the answer is 1 by 15 centimeter. Right. So since 1 by 15 centimeter, we are converting this to millimeter. Right. So 1 by 15, that is 1 centimeter is nothing but it is 10 millimeter. Right. So here I am going to multiply this term by 10. So when you multiply by 10, you will be getting 10 by 15, which is 2 by 3. Once you solve, here comes the answer as 0.666 millimeters or 0.67 millimeter. Right. So this is the thickness of the wire. This problem gets over here. We will proceed with our next example. Example 11. A hemispherical tank full of water is emptied by a pipe at the rate of 3/4 by 7 liters per second. How much time will it take to empty half the tank if it is 3 meter in diameter? take pi as 22 by 7. So here we have a hemispherical tank, right? So it is completely filled with water and it is emptied by a pipe. Okay, the rate is 3 4 by 7 liters per second. Okay, so how much time will it take to empty half the tank, right? You have to empty only half the tank and the diameter is given. It is given as 3 meter. So here the thing is, you see, we have a hemisphere, right? So first, what are all the parameters given here? To the hemisphere, the diameter is given. Okay, it is 3 meter in diameter. Therefore, the radius of the hemisphere is, it is 3 by 2 meter, right? Now, we have to find, initially, we have to calculate the how much water does the hemispherical tank can hold, so that we can easily calculate the time later, right? Once we know the amount of water in the hemispherical tank, it will be easy for us to calculate the time, right? So here, first we are starting with finding the volume of the tank, which is nothing but volume of the hemisphere. So volume of the hemisphere is given by the formula 2 by 3 pi r cube, right? We know the value of r here. So just substitute the values here. You see, 2 by 3 into 22 by 7 into 3 by 2 whole cube. So 3 by 2 we have written thrice. Now you see, this 2 by 3 and this 3 by 2, they cancel each other. And again, while simplifying, you see, this 2 and 22, they cancel by 11 times. So 11 into 9 becomes 99 and 7 2s are 14. So 99 by 14 meter cube, right? Because we are discussing with the volume, right? Now, how much water we need to empty here? Only half the tank, right? This is the volume of the entire tank, but you need to know volume of half the tank, because you see, when we look back at the question, what is the question here? How much time will it take to empty half the tank, right? Now we have calculated the volume of full tank. Therefore, now we need to calculate the volume of half the tank, right? So volume of half the tank is nothing but we have to divide this term by, that is, we have to divide this entire term, right? 99 by 14 by 2, right? Once you move this 2, what happens? 2 can be written as 2 by 1, right? So 99 by 14 into 1 by 2, right? So this is what I had written. So here comes the answer as 99 by 28 meter cube, right? Now again, when you look back at the problem, here the quantity is expressed in, you see, liters, right? 3 4 by 7 liters per second. So now we have to convert that volume in terms of liters. So here it is 99 by 28, okay, multiplied by 1000, right? So here comes the liters as unit. When you multiply this meter cube, that is, this meter cube is replaced by 1000 liters. That's it. Now again, you see, in 1 second 3 4 by 7 liters are emptied, right? So now we have to calculate the time. At how much time this half the tank is emptied, right? So we don't know the time, right? So let it be x seconds. Okay, in x seconds, let 99,000 by 28 liters are emptied. Okay, in x seconds, this water will be emptied, right? Now we need to calculate the x. So what we can do, just do a cross multiplication, right? Just multiply x with this and this one with this. So what happens here, you see, we are having 1 into this value is this value, which is equal to x into, I am simplifying this term, 7 3s are 21, 21 plus 4 becomes 25. So x into 25 by 7. So in order to find x, just move this term to the left hand side. So here it becomes 7 by 25, right? And again, when you cancel the common terms, finally we are ending up with answer as 990 seconds. Because here in 1 second this much of water, therefore in x seconds, okay, the unit is seconds. So here it is 990 seconds. So how to convert this in the form of minute? You have to divide it by 60, because 60 seconds make 1 minute. Right. Now you are going to divide this by 60, so that gives the answer as 16.5 minutes. Right. So that's all. If you have any doubt, let me know in the comment section. Thank you.